Hey everybody, it's me, Dr. Darya Ghafourpour, joining again for Friday Night Live. I am at my alma mater right now, UOP, School of Dentistry, and I drove out here to the city after work today because I knew I was going to meet up with old friends here. They're hosting an alumni meeting here that's in conjunction with the California Dental Association meeting. And I've had the pleasure of seeing some of my classmates and some of my former students here, and it's been really fun. And in fact, I thought that one of them was going to be able to join me here just for the fun of it, to stir things up a little bit, but it didn't quite work out for that to happen. So you just get me. And what I thought of talking about tonight, I seem to be on this thread about, being in the present moment, finding yourself in the present moment. And tonight I was thinking about considering about what it takes to arrive to this moment. So we get very busy in our day-to-day lives, and if you're anything like me, your mind is just constantly thinking, even about what's the next thing that I have to do, what's the next thing that I have to do. Not necessarily from a stressful place, but it's just, we're constantly having to organize our days. And for me, in my dental practice, that often changes. It changes around. Sometimes our schedule is steady, and other times we end up seeing more people than we anticipated. And so I've learned to be fluid with my expectations for the day. And sometimes it can feel a little bit overwhelming, but I know that I'm always going to get through it. And especially when you have a good team to work with, it makes it more fun to get through your day. And when you feel supported, that's important too. So I've had the privilege of feeling supported during my workday. And one thing that I've found works well for me so I've kind of given you a little bit of background about, when I'm arriving at that moment, let's say with my next patient, to them, they're going through whatever they've gone through in their day that leads them to being there at my office. And I know that they're anticipating. They don't quite know what to expect. And they don't necessarily know that I'm trying to keep up with the schedule, or that maybe my schedule has gotten a little bit more impacted than I expected. And so knowing that, I really want for them to feel that this is their moment, and I'm here with that person. That's super important, for me anyway, to not only for myself, but it feels important. I want the other person to know that they're important. And what I'll do is to kind of shake myself out of whatever I might have been thinking, like, okay, I need to do this step, and then I'll be able to step next door with that person. Once I arrive and I'm standing there, I do what I've talked about in the past. I take a nice deep breath, and then I completely shift gears. I pull myself out of my own head, and I direct myself towards that person, and I ask, how are you? And I realize as I'm saying that, I really mean it. I mean that question. How are you? I like to know what's going on in this person's life. How are they feeling at that time? And I think that they can pick up on that too. And so immediately people feel a bit more comfortable and a little bit more at ease because they know that I'm paying attention to them. That helps me too. It kind of helps me land in this moment when I know that they feel that I've arrived with them, if that makes any sense. It's a reflection. It helps me feel a little bit more grounded and ready to go. And it helps me shut out everything else that's going on, because right now, this moment is what's most important. And this moment with this other person is what's most important for me. And so that's just a tip that works for me, stepping out of my own self and putting myself not necessarily in the shoes of another person, but when I'm greeting them, I'm coming from a genuine place. I'd really like to know how you're doing. And it helps remind me that I'm there to be of service in whatever way that is. In this case that I brought up, that has to do with my work. But, we are being of service even in a social way when we're connecting with other people. We're bringing our own light into someone else's world, and that makes a difference. It's important. Maybe we'll talk more about that another time. So anyway, I hope that that was helpful and insightful for you. I hope you enjoyed these last few minutes. I feel the need to get back outside there with my peeps and enjoy a little bit what's remaining of the evening here. And I hope that you'll join me next week. And feel free to check out the rest of my videos that I have here. I'm also on YouTube. You can search Dr. Darya Ghafourpour on YouTube, and it'll be a repeat of the videos that you've seen here. But they're all in one place. If you're not on Facebook, and if you know someone who's not on Facebook and you'd like to send them my way, then go ahead and send them to YouTube to search me out. And please like my page. Hi, Azita. Please like my page, the business page here. If you haven't done so already, feel free to share it with anybody that you feel would appreciate hearing some of these words of wisdom, I hope, for a little bit of fun anyway. And feel free to share this video as well. So thanks so much. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and look forward to hearing more from you. Bye all.